Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Women Crushing It Wednesdays. I'm your girl, Christine. We've got Esme over here and Nika. How are you ladies doing this evening?
Good, doing okay. It's Wednesday. I had a migraine all day, so I'm much better now. I've been drinking water.
Okay, so you're good now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good now. Yeah.
Okay, good. So then we can get to our
So yeah, let me go
sponsors.
ahead and play our little
Let's
commercial.
go.
Your favorite girls from Women Crushing It Wednesdays came to you just in time for the holidays to help you whack that bush. Use our special code WCIW for 20% off Manscaped products and free shipping. Thank you.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, 20% off and free shipping. WCIW. That's the code. Hit it.
And wait, it's right there. It's right there on the ticker. So
it's right there on the ticker, so you can't forget. So, ladies, there has been so many things in boxing this week. It's like we can't even keep up with it all. We're never going to get to it all. We're not going to be able to talk to it all. But the first thing, I mean, we even had like someone ask our opinions on the BLK Prime. So I'm just wondering, Esme, what are your thoughts on what is BLK Prime? What is that? What are they doing?
I just found out about it, so I have like no clue or really know what's going on with it. But I just have a hunch it's kind of like that MTK Global thing.
Okay.
I think they might just be doing some shady things to try to get something going, and then nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that do agree with you. You know, we don't know where they came from. They just kind of came out of the blue, and who are they? You know, and they're going to put on, you know, Terrence Crawford. That's going to be a huge fight, and then we have AB. You know, maybe not such a big fight, but those are some known names. You know, Nika, what are your thoughts on that? Like, who are they? What are they doing?
I don't know who they are. That's one. Two, I just know that they offered Crawford some good money, possibly more than what he was negotiating to receive with Spence. And then I know they offered Broner a 3-fight deal over 12 months for what he says is a 10 figure. Was it 10 or 8 figure? I don't know. I think it's an 8 figure. 8 figure. Yeah, 8 figure thing. So, you know, I'm not mad at them. Get your money or whatever. Right. It was to the people that why is fighting on this? You know, the man has been negotiating since June and nothing was set in stone yet. So he had to make money. I'm not mad at this man. Like, I don't know what people expect him to do, just sit around and just wait for this fight to be made.
Yeah.
You know, Spence already fought for the year, so he made his money for the year, you know? So
right.
I wouldn't sit around waiting for somebody if they're going back and forth and you know the negotiations are still going to drag along. Get your money. So the fight can still happen. It's not the end of the world. Like, people are really losing their mind over this, and it's like really really sad to see. And so,
can you imagine if it doesn't happen? If they're like, oh, and everything's lost, and they're just like, no fight, no nothing.
Oh yeah, that would be horrible. It would be horrible for them. Like, I mean, for us too. I mean, as fans, but that would be horrible for them because, you know, they had faith in this. I don't know. Like, I don't know who they are. So I don't want to, like, you know, speak positively or negatively, but it's like, I would be like, well, give me like half my money before we, you know, because what if something does happen? I mean, who knows? And like Nika said, I'm not mad at Bud. Oh my God. Like, yeah, what's he supposed to do? Sit around and wait? Absolutely not. He's a boxer. He wants to get in the ring. He wants to get started. Let's go. And you know what? I'm going to pay for it. You know, I want to see it. And Adrian Broner, I mean, he's got to have been praying because he hasn't fought in how many years? And all of a sudden he gets this huge opportunity. Yeah, he's definitely been praying. It's his lucky ass day.
And he said, you know, he's getting a second chance and he's taking advantage of the opportunity. So we'll see.
Yeah.
What were
Wait,
you gonna
wait,
say,
wait.
Esme?
I just got oh, my face. I just got an ESPN alert.
Oh yes, I got it too.
Navarrete
Ooh.
and Oscar Valdez. Ooh, that sounds so good.
Yeah,
Oh, who was
I
who
got the
was it?
same.
Oscar
And,
Valdez is here.
and
And
Navarrete.
Oh, Navarrete.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be really good. That's gonna be really good. Yeah, I can't get alerts right now because I have my phone on like sleeping mode. But but no, like I said, everybody's mad or criticizing, but honey, no. You know what? At the end of the day, he's got to get his bills paid. He's got to do what he loves, and that's boxing. He's got kids. He's got a woman. Like, are you serious? Like, no. If I were him, I'd do the same thing.
It's
Whoever
Yeah,
has
it's,
the best offer, let's go.
it's just like it's a business, and people forget that their job is to fight and to make money, and you can't just go on fighting and doing all these great
Yes,
things and then barely getting paid or not even getting paid just because you love the sport.
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree with you.
Well,
Yeah.
everybody turns into a promoter, a business manager, a financial analyst, like all these jobs that I never knew that these people had careers of. Everybody turns into this, they
Everybody's
have,
a professional.
yeah.
Matchmakers,
And I
everything.
was saying, like, there's so many people giving business advice that don't have businesses. This is what I've been trying to tell people, like, oh, they know what's best for the business. Like, well, do you sell something? Like, you don't even have a business. So how do you know? Why are you trying to count the next man's pocket when he should do with his pocket and his business? And you don't even own a business. That don't make no sense to me whatsoever.
That's true.
Whatsoever.
That's
But
true.
what do
I
I
mean,
know?
I
I'm just
totally,
a
I
fan.
totally agree with you.
So.
I totally agree. Like, you know what? It's fine. Let's wait. Like, I'm gonna buy the fight. Let's watch it. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, this BLK Prime is gonna be the next big thing. I hope it is. I wish them nothing but success. There's rumors that they're gonna sign other fighters and this and that. You know what? Let's go. We
Yeah,
need
so
something new. Shake it up. Shake it up.
I miss Ring City though.
yeah,
I just
Oh, I
they
love Ring
had good
City.
fights, but they weren't paying people and stuff neither. So
I
I don't know.
know.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's what I heard too. But I loved Ring City too. That was one of my favorites. It really was. They put, two boxers that were pretty much equal, like it was 50-50 who was gonna win. And to me it was fabulous. Those are the fights we wanted to see.
It was like
I don't know what
AAA
happened. It's
boxing.
expensive. It's an expensive investment, hobby, whatever, to put on shows. It's you usually don't get back, what you put into it.
yeah, because they were on like an app as well, if I'm not mistaken. It
Yeah.
was like Twitch, right? Was it Twitch or it was like a Twitch app or something like that, and
I
it
thought it
was
was
Twitch.
That's
I
Yeah, it
thought
was
Triller, I
Twitch.
think.
No, it was Twitch, and you had to look up Ring
No,
City's
Triller
account.
Fights was on Twitch.
Oh, so wait, what fight
I
was
think it was.
Ring City? Ring City. I remember watching a Ring City fight
They had like
on
a
Twitch.
fist or something was their logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Please like, subscribe, share, please. Yes.
All that
We
good
love
stuff.
you
Yeah.
and we love all the support. We really do. So we got some news today. Conor Ben relinquished voluntarily to the to the BBC of C. The allegations of misconduct against him, they were upheld. So what does that say? I mean, what does that say? Esme, what did you think about that whenever you saw that today on the news?
There was a lot. I'm gonna go first.
So he, I guess, gave up his BBB of C license.
Yeah.
So
British Boxing Board of Control.
Yeah.
He gave up his license, he pretty much admitted.
Well, he didn't admit it. He just gave up his license. But to me, that's an admission that
I was gonna say actions.
You got caught red-handed, and you're gonna quit before they fire you, pretty much. So I saw that somebody on Twitter. I can't remember who said that, but that was a good line.
Thank you. Yeah,
but it was he quit before he got fired. But I guess he can still fight. Here in the States or whatever, just not over there in the UK. So, and that's why these
come here.
Yeah, like
Don't
these
come here with
tests,
that BS.
you can work around these things because if he can do that and then still fight, like what's the point of even testing these fighters? It don't make no sense. If you could
That's
just,
true.
not fight over here, but I can fight over there. So, it
That's
doesn't
true.
make any sense to me. But he's over here, and I saw he made a statement to said that he didn't get like a fair shot or something like that. But there was nothing to even discuss. They tested you and you popped dirty. There's nothing to even.
Well, and he had so many statements, so many tweets before, like, criticizing and like, who did he quote? Was it Martin Luther King or
Yeah, girl, police.
and I'm like, don't even do that.
Like bring race and stuff.
Don't do it because you're guilty. Now we know you're guilty. You admitted it by doing this. So don't even do that. At all.
See, HLD says Conor Ben did a "let me resign before I quit" thing. What looks better, exactly.
Yeah, it does look better. and it's like, are you like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna give up because I'm innocent, but people are always gonna think that I'm guilty. No. If you're innocent, you're gonna fight.
And he was a walking steroid poster. I'm sorry. He just looked.
People were making little action figures out of his body. Like they're like, oh, we can just duplicate his body.
Yeah, he was definitely
Christmas
a walking
coming.
billboard for steroids. Like, come on.
Absolutely. Esme, so how does it look to you? I mean, guilty, not guilty, like what?
Oh, I think I think it's definitely guilty. He just, I mean, so did it have to get that far? Could he just have admitted at the very beginning, or was it something his team was just denying, and then from what I read, he was like a no-show to even defend himself today.
Right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he just wasn't even trying to fight it. He was just, I'll just get rid of that license and then.
I mean, at least show up and be like, I'm fucking guilty, something, But there was like no trying.
It's like, I guess he did not have the right chemist because he didn't cycle off in time before, it could be detected. I don't know. Unfortunately, this happens in boxing like one too many times. And I mean, we can all like talk about matches where we believed or we think or whatever. And 9 times out of the 10, yeah, that's what it is, and it seems like now people are talking about it more. And I think there's ways to detect it more. Before it was like either pushed under the rug or people weren't talking about it, but not like even so. Ebony Bridges.
Yes, Ebony Bridges. Like
talk about it, Nike. Let's talk about that.
Well, she tweeted to Shotgun Shannon. Yeah, Shotgun Shannon. She put a little tweet out and say, hey, why hasn't your team like responded to our request for VADA testing and stuff like that? Like, not for nothing. If you looked at Shotgun Shannon's Twitter, she hasn't been tweeting at all since the fight was.
She's training.
Yeah, she's training. So she's trying to make it look like she's dodging because she's like guilty of being on steroids. And not for nothing, I don't know if people have been following, but Ebony has been accused many of times of being on performance enhancing drugs. So she's the wrong person to try to like accuse Shotgun Shannon with like no freaking like I don't even somebody like her fans are like they're so annoying. Somebody put a picture of Shannon like before a fight and during a fight, and I don't even know what point they were trying to make. It literally looked the same. Like the picture was still the same.
Well,
so
when
I
you're
wasn't
flexing,
yeah,
and everybody knows when you're flexing, when you're punching, when you're doing something, yes, your muscles come out more. If I'm lifting weights or I'm punching, same as y'all, you are going to look more ripped, more cut up than if you're just sitting here, and I don't know if anybody has any kind of documentation or not, but as far as I know, Ebony has never been registered with VADA, never. And why would she? Because over there it's what, an option? Yeah. So why would she? So why is she now closer to the fight wanting Shannon and putting it on Twitter like, are you serious? To make sure that she gets her test done or whatever. And I mean, if you don't want to fight her, just say it. If you're
Yeah.
scared,
That's
just
exactly
say
what
it.
I was gonna say. She's just scared. I think the closer the date gets, the more and more she feels like, holy, like shit, I can really look bad or I can lose, and she doesn't want that because of her
Should be
image.
found out.
Yeah, no, mind you, she's the same person who was trying to get this fight X'd because she was requesting an exemption from this mandatory fight. So, and now you're trying to act like, oh, you always wanted this fight, and oh, she got to be on something, so let's get her tested.
Yeah.
No, you didn't want this fight. That's why you was trying your best behind the scenes to request an exemption for this fight. Don't forget that, people. Like, really,
Absolutely.
she's doing the most.
Erin said in the chat, maybe
Yeah.
she's deflecting. She's
Yes.
absolutely deflecting.
That's exactly
Absolutely.
what it is. I mean, she did not want this fight. She did not want this fight. She was trying her best to request an exemption, but then they denied it. So they don't have any other choice but to make this fight happen.
You got to do it.
So,
And the thing is that just because you tweet something out there doesn't mean that everybody's going to be like, oh, yeah, and they're going to jump on your train.
oh no,
And then
but her fans they do. Her fans they do because.
But what she wants is she wants to make her look bad so that if she does lose, then her fans
they're gonna
are
gonna
like,
say,
oh,
yeah.
it's because of that. It's because of this. But she's going to her plan B right now, and it's not really working.
Spot
So.
on. Spot on. Absolutely.
That's
Spot
exactly
on.
what her fans are gonna be all over that. If she loses, they're gonna be like, oh, if she tests, like, oh, that's exactly what it is, because they're already doing her dirty. So they're already doing Shotgun Shannon dirty in her tweets. So.
Y'all already know we're Shotgun Shannon all day.
Yeah.
all day, because she can fight. She can fight. But yeah, enough about Ebony and whatever she's doing. Like, God love her, God bless her. Good try, good luck. But the real fans, we're not going for it.
We're not biting the bait. We're not biting the bait.
No,
sorry.
At all. So absolutely, there is like a problem with PED. There's a problem. I mean, and there's not always testing. I mean, like I've said on many shows, one of my guys, we fought for a world title, and the guy was definitely on PEDs. You can see it, but can you prove it? So I don't know. It's like I've said before too, and y'all have too. It's like there needs to be a level playing field. If somebody's gonna do it, the other person has to do it, or nobody does it. Which that's the way it should be, because people can die. Like you can die in the ring. You can already die without the PEDs.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, there has to be something that is worldwide.
It should be mandatory for every fighter, like every fighter.
Yes, and not just the world title fights.
Mm-hmm.
It has to start on the lower level, the club fights, because usually that's where we see the people dying too, or at the club fights or in sparring or whatever. I don't know. Something's got to change. It's definitely got to change. It really does.
But even the fighters after the fight, I mean, there's cases where a blood clot came up, or there's after effects of that, at least 24 to 48 hours later. So it's like their life is in danger from the moment the fight goes on to about 2 to 3 days later, just to make sure that they're okay.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. I mean, I know fighters, and I had a fighter where they were never the same. They were never the same after fighting someone on PEDs. the person, yes, jail time for sure. My guy that we had, he was on his way up. Like he was the next best thing, but he was 100. He was 100% all. This is what he was, and and then he was snuffed out because of somebody that wasn't 100%. They were on PEDs, and they're still on the big platform today.
So look
over here.
Yeah. So he.
What's that about?
That's what on Friday when I was on the Queens of Boxing, Nick J and Boxiana show. So he was in the chat over there. No, he's cool. But so he's saying cool. We're peaceful over here.
I follow him on Twitter. I love
yeah.
posts. Yeah, okay, good.
No, I told them over there. I said I don't. We get trolls, but not like I was getting over there. Like I never
Yeah,
really
you
had to
were.
cuss anybody out over here like that. Like, and then
I was
No.
like,
I was watching their show on Sunday, and I got into it with the same guy again in the chat. So I want him to cam up, and I'm gonna go live on Friday and do my red cup, and I'm gonna see if he. I don't even know
I
how I
think
can
he
get in
should.
contact with him. I'm gonna invite him to come on live and see if he can cam up or get his girl to cam up, which I know it won't happen, but. Yeah. But I have fun because I knew they were gonna jump on me for episode, but you guys were in there in the chat going at it too.
My fingers were doing so much work, me and Christine.
They were on me, boy. They were on me.
I know. Esme and I were like, no. No, it was good. It was a good show, and you wrote a lot. So yeah, it was exciting. It was good. I was at my granddaughter's birthday party, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, hold on, wait, hold on now, because hold on. But it was good. It was good. You held your own. That's for sure. That's definitely for sure.
She didn't need no help.
No, yeah.
I was tipsy too. So that didn't help.
Yeah, forget it. It's over then.
Yeah.
I like to read your facial expressions because I'm like, oh, and I do my time bomb. I'm like 3, 2, oh, there she goes.
Yeah, no, I have a habit of making faces.
Oh, look, we have a new fan. So
Which one is it?
Chief Chino de Califas. I hope I'm saying that right. Watched female boxing for the first time a few weeks ago and is now a fan. Who wouldn't be? Like, who would not be after, what was it, 2 weeks ago now? I mean, that was like one of the biggest cards and most amazing cards ever. Like,
my little sister today, she was just like, oh, because I told you she got into the fights when I was. So today she was just like, oh, I followed those two girls that I was watching the other day that I liked, and I was like, who? And she was like, Clarissa Shields and Michaela Mayer. So she said I followed them on Instagram. So like she's getting excited for like boxing.
Ooh, it's the beginning
because of the female boxing. So yeah,
you should bring her on so she can tell us like
how she
as
really
a new fan what it was that like what moments for her were like the it moments. Like she was like, oh shit, this is good.
That's a good idea. She's shy though, so I'll have to give her a drink probably.
You can do it off camera.
Yeah. So D-Style Boxing says there is testing for Ebony versus Shannon UCAT. Shannon was the B side. Matchroom made the fight. This was in negotiations since July. UCAT isn't doing the Aussie fighter any favors, and her and still. Yeah, so see, she was trying to make it look like they requested like testing and she was dodging them or something. Oh, she's so full of it. Boy, I hope Shotgun Shannon got that gun loaded that night.
She is. Do we know the fight date? What's the fight date on that?
I know D-Style knows for sure.
D-Style, what's that fight date? Because I'm gonna be tuned in, and I'll pay for that too. I will pay for that too. Absolutely.
Let's curse out Fart Man, the great piece of.
Okay.
Oh well, yeah, because I know exactly what he's talking about. That racist comment that he made on Twitter about, let's call ICE and get everybody deported and shit on the timeline. He's a piece of shit. He's a fucking piece of shit.
I don't understand why people don't get their accounts like suspended. I really don't. Like, I mean,
I don't understand how he has 1,500 followers and he's like that.
Because most of the people that follow him, they do it to troll him back because they're not because they like him. It's to troll him and cuss him out.
No, I mean, and so what's the guy? I don't even want to mention his name. We're not going to give any clout at all. The one that supposedly got shot or whatever because.
Oh yeah, Southpaw Boxing.
Yeah, so
I'll bring it up.
So
wait, is he really a fighter though?
No, he's an amateur. I don't think he's
a boxer.
Yeah, I don't think he's never had a professional fight.
I was like, wait, he's like a 40-year-old amateur.
Yeah, well, he says that he's had amateur fights, so I don't know. But I think him being amateur, just people that he fights in the gym, like that. That's what he calls not like actual, as they counted on your record type deal.
That's like somebody. That's like me saying like somebody walk into my gym and
you fight
you're gonna spar this person or.
Yeah,
depending on whatever weight, like let's go.
There
Like
are
that's ridiculous.
smokers though.
Those aren't boxers.
You can do a smoker.
Well, he's
Yeah.
very racist. He cannot stand Mexicans. I don't know what his deal is with that, but he's said very disgusting things about Mexicans, and he just, they say he got shot over the past weekend, but to me, he's a clout chaser, so I don't know if that's even the case. I think that he's saying that he got shot, so it could be like, another little storyline and be like, oh, you try to get me and I'm still here type thing, I don't even think he really got shot.
A few times he was shot, and I'm like, and not one of them landed somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think that he really got shot.
From what I hear, he's from LA. You cannot be
in
LA.
He's from Chicago.
Talk about Mexicans.
He's from Chicago, but I think he lives in LA, and he was talking about how he hates LA and Mexicans and stuff like that. So if he got shot,
God bless him.
But I honestly don't think that he got shot. And he just showed a picture of himself from like here on up. He didn't show any wounds, no nothing like that. I just really think it was like part of like him trying to get clout on YouTube. So whatever.
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
There's a few people.
Know him. No, I don't. No, I don't have any support for racist people. Period. At all.
So Shotgun Shanny and Ebony Bridges fight is on December 10th.
December 10th. Okay.
Yeah, so that's becoming a popular date. That's a popular date, looks like, because that's the date that Bud's going to be fighting. And then
and we have a lot of top ranked fighters fighting as well. Past Olympians, past USA, boxer. That's a big day.
Yeah, Teofimo Lopez and Pedraza are fighting. I know who else. What's the other guy we had on the show? I forgot his name. Shushu.
Oh, Shushu. Yeah, we have Shushu on there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's fighting. So that's.
I think Troy Isley's fighting.
Yeah.
Is Keyshawn fighting? It seems like
Keyshawn Davis is fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. That's going to be a good card. That's a top rank. That's a really good card.
Is it Big Baby?
Big Baby's fighting. Yes.
Yeah. So they stacked that card pretty nice on the 10th.
The good Big Baby.
Yeah, not the dirty bottle baby. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We gotta since Nika mentioned Eddie Hearn, we gotta talk about that whole lawsuit.
Oh yes. So I look, Jiffy just came on, so we could talk about that after, right? So.
Okay. Yes.
So
Hello.
Hey.
How are you? Are you exhausted?
I am. I've been up since
so for people that don't know, so Jiffy is fighting in Colombia, and when she landed, she had to take a 4-hour bus ride to where she is right now. Talk about that. Oh my gosh.
I don't even know where I am. I'm sitting outside somebody's hotel right now using their Wi-Fi.
That's dedication. Thank you for coming on and doing that.
Yes, thank you so much.
Of course. I have to keep my word.
You're awesome. Oh wait,
is there Wi-Fi breaking up? Oh no.
We can hear you.
No, we can hear you. You're good.
Okay. So
tell us about your day. Like, what have you been going through all day today to get there?
I woke up I didn't go to sleep. Oh my God, I haven't slept. So I've been I look crazy. I feel a little crazy, a little bit delusional. Sleep deprivation is real. It's real. It's real. So I've been up since yesterday, since 5:30 in the morning. I stayed up all day because I was getting things ready. Before I come fight, I have a business. I have to make sure that's okay. I have kids. I have to make sure they're okay. And then I went to the airport at 2 a.m. and I've been traveling ever since. And I literally just got here to our destination.
And see, I love that you're saying this because a lot of people think that boxers only box. But no, you have to work, you have to take care of your family, and then you have to find time to get in the gym and do what you have to do to get into the ring. And I'm so glad that you said that, because this is real life. And then now you've been up, 24 hours plus, and here you are, and you're fighting tomorrow. Is that correct?
I'm weighing in tomorrow.
Weighing in tomorrow. Okay,
well, that's the first fight. The first fight is tomorrow.
At the scale.
No, but you see, I'm sorry, y'all. Look, I'm just
Oh,
Literally,
you're definitely
Find a
what part of
hotel.
Colombia? What part of Colombia are you in? Somebody's asking.
I flew into Bogota, and now I'm in Melgar. So it was like it was supposed to be a 3 hour drive, but it ended up being like a 5 hour drive because there was detours, because there was like some storm where the streets were flooded. So we had to like go backwards and come forward.
Oh gosh.
Oh my goodness,
Are
you
you
poor
fine?
thing.
You went with your coach, or who do you have with you?
So nobody from my actual team came,
Oh
but the
man.
promoter, who I've known him for a very long time. I used to train at his gym. He has a promotion company out in Colombia, and he took me here for my first fight. So he invited me back for another fight. So I was like,
Nice.
okay, I'll go.
Girl, next time call me. I'll fill in. I'll fill in.
You got a
If your
coach,
team
cut
can't go,
woman,
I'll fill in.
a photographer.
Okay,
Let us know.
For
thank
real.
you.
Ask me to, Nika. Well, I'll be there. I'll pay my own way.
And I could be the commentator.
Yes.
they'll cut
Oh,
my mic off.
cool.
They will cut my mic off.
Ask me the photographer. Yeah. Yes. No, that's great. That's great. So, talk to us about this fight. Talk to us about your opponent. What do you know about her? Like, what's going on over there?
So I don't know much, honestly. They just kind of told me today, and I really like you don't really know like what you're getting yourself into when you're coming into another country, because
Yes.
sometimes like things change at the last minute.
They do.
So I just kind of like set my mind into just be ready for whatever. Um, so I don't know. I guess I'll find out tomorrow, then I'll report back.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's all you, girl. It's all you, girl. I mean, just for you going up there and going through everything that you go through with your
By
business.
yourself. And by
Yeah, by
yourself.
yourself. And I want to talk about the business too, because this is what you do is one of my favorite things. And then with your kids, I mean, this is what it is. This is what boxers are made of. We're fighters. Everybody that's boxes, that's involved in boxing, there's a reason why they're attracted to boxing. Whether they're
Mhm.
in the ring, out of the ring, whatever, there's a reason. There's a reason, So kudos to you. Kudos to you. But I want the
Thank you.
girls, I want you to tell the girls and everybody in the chat your business, because it's so needed everywhere all over the world, in my opinion.
Okay. So I own a business called Smash Therapy. I actually created it. It's basically where they'll rent a room to go and break things, either for fun or for therapeutic purposes. And I basically came up with it because I used to work at a psych hospital for about 8 years. And every time someone in the hospital, they kind of have like poor impulse control. They don't really know how to channel their emotions. They would get upset and they would break the property of the hospital. And you would see like different consequences. We'll always have a team of people running, like charging after that patient and injecting emergency medication into them. And it's just kind of like, or they go to jail, or they have to pay like outrageous fees. And so it happens so much that I thought, like, what if I normalize this? Like, what if this is something that people can actually do without other people saying like, oh, you're crazy? So I started it, and when I started it, everybody said, no, don't do it. That's stupid. Even some of my closest friends were like, don't do that. Nobody's gonna pay for that. And I've been in business for 5 years now,
Oh wow.
and I've had like multiple opportunities on like I've been on several TV shows, and I had a Super Bowl commercial sponsored and everything. So just follow your dreams.
Yeah. Don't listen to the naysayers. Yeah.
That is so
Yeah.
true. That is so true. No, girl. I mean, I've admired you since I first came across you. First of all, I know your coaches and I love them. And then I got to know you on social media, and then we actually met in Dallas, which I loved. You are just such a great role model, not only to women, but to just people in general. Women, men, children, teenagers, everything that you're doing, everything that you've been through. I know the father of your child, he boxes too. You box. You're a mom, you've got your business, and you're out there in Colombia doing your shit. Like,
By
who
herself.
cannot look up to you? Who cannot admire you and root for you? You know? I think it's fabulous. You know, it
Thank
is
you. You know,
absolutely.
I got a lot of people who tell me, just pick one thing. Somebody, I don't know if y'all saw, but I commentated on a UFC Fight Pass card like recently,
Yes, I did see that. That
and
was beautiful.
well,
Yes.
Reese commentated, but Smitty let me like jump in on the first card just to kind of get a feel for me, and someone said, why don't you just pick one thing? Like you're gonna commentate, you're gonna rap, you're gonna do a business, like. And I was like, no, why? I could do all of it. It doesn't
Yeah.
like why? Don't
Exactly.
limit me. So,
People always have opinions, you know, and it's like my mom used to say, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got them. They all stink, you know. Like no, do you do what you got to
yeah,
do? You know, I don't. If we listened to people and what people thought, we'd never do anything. We'd be crippled and handicapped, you know.
yeah.
And so I so admire everything that you do. I really do. I do.
Thank you.
Ladies, what do y'all have?
Look,
You know,
I first heard of you when, so you fought my friend, my dear friend Alexis. So I and Alexis, we always chat, and I used to fight, so she always asked me for advice and everything. But you were
Hmm.
by far, and she told me you were so respectful, so nice, and that she enjoyed fighting you because everyone's usually so mean to her, and there's so much shit talk,
Oh,
oh,
and it sucks because she's so tiny. And she said, no, Jiffy was an absolute, like, so sweet, so humble. And she said that she's really rooting for you. And what she respects the most about you is that you actually lift up a lot of other women. And she thought that you were very inspirational for her.
oh, she's so sweet. We talk from time to time.
She
I
told
actually
me, yeah,
like befriended a lot of my opponents, like because I feel like I mean, we're all chasing after the same thing. We don't
yes,
have to be mean to each other. At the end of the day, it is just a business. Of
yes.
course, like yeah, we're fighting and we want to win. There can only be one winner, but I mean, that doesn't mean that we can't learn from each other in some way. So, and
That's
I
very
admire
true.
Alexis too because I was like going to her for advice, like, girl, I don't know how you do it because because we both kind of have like shaky records, and it's just kind of like everybody's telling me you should quit, and I said, my heart doesn't feel like I should quit, so I'm just not gonna listen to you. So,
Yeah.
Good for you.
People,
Good for you. No, and that's
uh,
another thing that I admire because it's like, you know what? Somebody says, "Oh, you should quit because of what they believe that they would do." You know, no.
mhm.
I mean, you got to do what you do. You got to follow your heart. So I totally, girl, I'm one of your biggest fans. Seriously,
Oh, thank you.
you just have to
seriously.
have a team that is fully dedicated to you, like 100%, and they believe in you, and that that you trust them, because that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what the fans or the people around you say. It's what you and your team do and say. That's what matters the most.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
And
And
my
we
team
had
is
one of the
solid.
biggest all female cards, what, 2 weeks ago?
Hmm.
How did that make you feel? Like, what were your thoughts on that? Just to
Look,
see that.
I was at my business working, and in between like customers, I would have it either on my phone or I would switch it to the TV. And I was like I had somebody working with me, so they would work with the customers, and I'd be like, I'm just gonna go in the back. And I was watching it on my phone, and then once the customers left, I put it on the big screen, and I was screaming like, I thought it was so cool. I didn't really like the prelims.
Right.
I was like, well, I don't know, I could have been on there, but
Yeah, for sure.
well, who is the plug? But but I was really excited for Alicia. I was so excited for her. I was like screaming up and down. I didn't honestly like. I thought Michaela was gonna pull it off, but I thought that initially before the fight happened. But when I saw her walk into the ring in the first round, I saw the frustration, and I saw like, oh, she got in your head, and she did make
Ah,
some adjustments.
do
She
you think
did,
that
but she
do you
didn't
think
keep it
for
that
up.
you.
do you think that fight deserves a rematch?
I'm with Alicia on this. No, mm-mm. No, girl. You
So
had your time. You out the door. It's my time now.
But
maybe later on, I did see that somebody had a great idea. If Michaela goes and grabs the IBF from Troy, then
yeah,
Alicia wouldn't have a choice but to fight Michaela. So I think
yeah.
that's a great idea. But just to have a rematch right now, just before she gets undisputed, like no, for what? Because you lost? Because you didn't do your job? No.
Well, no, because it was a close fight. It was because it was a close fight, and this was for belts. So I feel like if for belts, if you're gonna snatch somebody belts, I feel that it needs to be like a clear win,
crystal
and
clear.
yeah, crystal clear
A
win. And
knockout,
if you ask
TK.
10 people, there it's gonna be split down the middle of who they thought won the fight. So that's why I feel like it
I
should
can
be a
see that. I
rematch.
can see that. I was like, girl, you should have did a Cambosis and got that rematch clause in there.
You know what? I do agree with you. I do agree with you. I mean, I was very confident that Mayer was going to win. I was like, I'm not going to hide that. But even with the confidence, you never know. It's boxing. You never know. I would have so wished that they would have had the rematch clause for sure.
I know.
For sure.
I
But
know.
you know
I
what?
was shocked. I was like, they didn't have a rematch clause. But so I think the human in me is like, girl, that's on you. But the
No,
boxer in
you're
me is like,
right. No,
okay, I can
no,
see
you're
that.
right
I
because
would want a rematch if it was a close fight.
sure, for sure. But yeah, for sure, it's like, oh no, I got it. So let me run. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, why? If I was Alicia, I'd be like, no. But
Yeah.
being Michaela, I'd be like, damn, I should have got the rematch clause for sure. You know.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
this is how I think right here. Boxing and barbecue. For all those belts should have been a more decisive winner. That's how I
For
feel.
sure. You
For
have to. You
belts,
have to
you're gonna take all these belts that I
dominate.
earned.
For
It's got to
sure.
be a decisive win. So
Right.
yeah.
No, I
How
agree.
would y'all feel if it was a draw? If it was a draw, you would have been
I
okay
would have
with
been
it?
okay. I would have been okay
Yeah,
with
that
it.
I
would've
would have
been
been okay
fine.
with a draw, and we would have seen a number two, and that
And then
I would
a
have liked
third.
that because that was an exciting, amazing
The
fight,
build up for that was crazy. Yeah.
and to see two women in there doing their thing like that, I want to see it again.
And I think on the second fight, they would have been the main event because of how much people want to see it. But for as much
For
as
sure.
Alicia talked, I really feel like she didn't deliver in the sense that she didn't give the knockout. She didn't make her fall. If she would have at least dropped her once or twice, I would have been like, oh shit, she deserves it, but she didn't. And that you can't talk all those things and not succeed in one of them.
It was too close.
Yeah, I
It
was
was too close.
at the end of the fight, I was like, nah, that was not a dog fight. That is not what we were
It
fighting.
was not a dog fight. It
No.
wasn't. It wasn't. We agree on that. It wasn't a dog fight. And just think about it. You know, you're gonna get in the ring. You know, in not in a day, in 2 days. You know, you want if somebody's gonna win, if they, you know, when you win, you want to win. You want to like say, yeah, I did this. Like I beat your ass. Not, maybe not, because people already criticize. But when you beat somebody's ass and you leave no question, you're
Like
like,
Shields
yeah,
did.
I did
Like
that. I did that.
Shields beat Marshall's ass.
She did.
Yeah.
She did. Yeah.
Yeah, Marshall had to admit.
I was so excited for her too.
I
And when
know,
she
right?
did that little look back, like, you better say my name.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know,
I was like, he better.
I didn't think that the Shields fight, and I'm just gonna say, and Marshall fight was gonna be that dominating. I thought that one was the one that we were gonna have a question in our head, like who won that. But Shields has that dog. She's like, no, she had the dog. She's like, no, and she showed up and showed out. She did great.
So I have a
Because she
question.
knew if it went to decision, they were going to give it to Marshall. So she had to be a clear winner on that. She had to dominate and make it known, like, hey, I came here to win, and you're going to pick me because that's the right decision.
Right. Absolutely.
I was a little worried the fight because she stayed on the ropes a lot, and I was like, how are they going to view that? Like, I mean, if you know boxing, you know boxing, but also too, you don't know what the judges are thinking. You don't know, like, what they like to see. You don't know if they like your hair better or your outfit better or how they feel that day.
If your legs have lotion on them, if they're ashy, like
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't smile at them, so
Unfortunately,
now they're
judges
holding
are
it
humans
against you.
too.
that's right. You're
Judges are humans
so
too, and
right.
they don't always see boxing.
That's true. Speaking of that, Jiffy, so you always come out with like beautiful
Ring attire, I guess.
outfits, ring attire,
Yeah.
like I mean,
Thank you.
you show your personality, your character. I love it. So can you give us like an idea of what you're gonna wear at this next fight, or is it a secret?
It's not a secret. You can guess it. It's Halloween.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna ask you what
The
you're gonna do for
person has
Halloween
red
too.
hair.
Chucky.
Chucky.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a good one. I was Chucky last year.
I thought of that, like, yeah.
That's
love
perfect.
it.
That is
so
perfect.
good.
That is perfect.
Yeah,
So is your sports bra
that
like
is.
rainbow or like small striped?
Yeah, I have like a rainbow. It's kind of like a rainbow top, and then I got the Good Guys patch on it, and then I
That's gonna
have
be so cute.
I can't wait to
my
see
shorts
it.
are blue and they have my name on it. I have Chucky socks. I almost was gonna
Okay.
get the scars on my face, but yeah, I didn't want them to be like.
Yeah, I have those
Yeah.
those
What
little
about
tattoo
the?
ones. That's her gloves. Those is gonna be her fists. They're gonna
Yes,
be
I love
Yeah.
it. No, that is so good. That's like perfect. We should have known that. We should have known that. So, Esme, you had a question for her. You wanted to know 3 names she had on her mind. I'm kind of like reminded.
Yes,
Yeah.
3 names of ladies you would like to fight in the future.
I don't know. You know what? I haven't thought about the future. I'm trying to worry about the next 24 hours.
Okay.
But you know what? That's a
Okay,
good
that's
answer.
fair.
That's a good answer. Yeah.
Okay, I'll
That
ask you
is
another
fair.
question.
Yes.
Would you give Alexis a
I
rematch?
can't answer in a roundabout way. I as a person, as a fighter, won't turn down anybody. But I will leave it up to my team to see if that's the best
Sure.
decision for me. But
Yeah, sure.
I want to fight the best too. I'm learning on the job. I'm still very new at boxing, and I've been bit by the boxing bug. But I'm still learning on the job, and I want to continue to challenge myself. I haven't fought anybody who are like pushovers at all. I
No,
fought
you
like some
haven't.
really solid girls. Some girls that people who just started boxing that wouldn't take those fights. I did.
That's
And
true.
so for everybody who talks mess,
That's true. And they don't know what it takes. They don't know. They don't know
yeah.
because it's one thing to punch a bag, but when the bag is punching back at you, it's a whole different story.
Mhm.
Yeah,
For
people
sure.
don't realize that. So you said so you said you kind of have like a roundabout idea of maybe some names that popped up.
Not
And I
that
know
I answer it in a roundabout way. I don't have any names. I'll fight anybody.
just the best of the best. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I like
Whoever is right for me at the time. Obviously, like right now, my record is upside down. So I need to make sure that I am applying myself so that I can fix this. Because
Absolutely.
some of the two fights that I had, I thought were kind of close. Like the fight with Alexis, we thought were close. We thought it was close. I thought it either could have been a draw or Bobby and Aaron was telling me that I only lost 1 round. And then a judge came up to me afterwards and said, I gave you all 4 rounds. You should have won that fight. So, you just kind of like don't know. And then the fight
Right.
before that, people were telling me that they mixed us up because we had the same last name. And they thought that I won by unanimous decision. So I don't know. So I'm still doing what I love despite.
Good.
And whatever is for me is for me. And if I
That's
feel
right.
like, if I get to the point where it's like, all right, Jiffy, you shouldn't be doing this anymore, then I'll stop.
And that fight was in your hometown. That fight was in your hometown. So, and she told him, because she called me, she's like, I'm so nervous. It's in her hometown. And then she said Marlene was there cheering her on, and that, like, would you fight her again?
Alexis?
Huh? You said what?
Would you fight?
Wait,
Would you give her a rematch?
Yeah. She came to me. She's so sweet. She came up to me afterwards, and she saw that I was crying, and she was like,
Oh,
because I put my life into this. Like I
You
didn't go in
do.
there to lose. I
That's
didn't
right.
fight to lose. I was fighting my ass off. I wanted to win so bad, and she came up to me afterwards, and she had a lot of loss, or not a lot, but she had a few losses before that, and she was like, I know how it feels. And she said, so if you want to run it back, we can. And I was like, that's the realest thing I
That's
ever
classy.
heard.
she's
Yes.
solid. She is.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Respect to
Yeah,
her
so
for sure.
absolutely. And
That's
again, at the end of the day, it's a business. It's nothing personal. Like I'm not going in there thinking like, oh, I don't like you, or I wish something bad on you and your family. Like, no,
right.
I'm trying to get up in the rankings just like you are.
That's so mature. That is so good. That is so good. Jiffy, I know you gotta go get you some rest, girl. Do y'all
yes.
have
Oh
any
my God.
last questions for Jiffy? And we're rooting for you. We're rooting for
Oh,
you for
Thank
sure.
you.
I
On
want to know
Friday,
if
yes.
the fight's gonna be televised anywhere, like on an app or something, or.
I
Facebook.
don't even speak this language. I have no idea what's going on.
So no, when you do get that information, if you could like send it to
I
Christina,
will, yeah.
we could watch and support you.
Yes.
So
And if you need a translator next time, you can call any one of us.
yeah.
Some of
We
us are
got
better
you.
than others. I'll probably be last on the list, but I'm just saying.
Okay. Thank
No, we
y'all.
appreciate you so much, so much. And please tell everybody where they can follow you and support you on your social media platforms and all that good stuff.
Okay, thank you. I'm Jiffy Morales on everything.
Short and sweet. Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mama. We appreciate you. Thank you for jumping off a bus and jumping on with us.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
Good luck
Yes.
with
You
everything.
have a good night. We'll be looking out for the
Thank you. Y'all
results.
too.
Yes, take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Right. Look
D-Style
at
says, ask
these
her.
style being messy.
What do you style say?
He says, ask her why
Oh,
Marlene
he's
is
being
awesome.
messy for show. No, we're gonna have Jenny on, and we'll let her answer that question. D Styles,
But
you're
I'm
something.
a Marlene fan too. So, I'm not mad at D style because I told y'all I was happy when she beat Sulem ass. So I lived
Sure.
for that.
There's levels. When they say there's levels to boxing, there's levels to that too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Who did you beat? Who do we like more? Who do we like less? Just saying.
that fight with
For
Sulem,
sure.
though, the only thing that unimpressed me was that Marlene was such a dirty fighter. And to me, it's like, if you have to fight dirty to win the fight, then you don't have it. And that was the
Right.
only thing that bothered me about Marlene. And my impression of her since then, I'm like, nope, I don't fuck with you because you're a dirty fighter.
You're like, that's it. That's it. But we had Jenny Fuchs on here. For those of y'all that may have missed the show, which was like a badass show, Michaela Mayer was on too. And Jenny said, she wants to fight fighter, and Marlene. So, we're gonna throw the clips out there,
We're gonna stir the pot.
We're gonna have to be at
Let's
that
stir
fight
the
live.
pot. Let's get it going. Let's see that matchup. Jenny's a dog, honey. She's tiny, but
that would be a good fight though.
Chiquito pero picoso. The girl can punch. I've done
And
this
she
with
can take a
men,
punch.
women, and she's up there. I'm
She
just
can
saying.
take a punch, though. She is not scared to get hit.
At all. At all. Absolutely.
We have to stir the pot.
Yeah, we're gonna stir the pot. So do we have any last comments?
Well, so go before
we talk about the Jake Paul Eddie Hearn?
No, that's what we were going to talk about before Jiffy came on.
Yes.
The lawsuit against Jake Paul by Eddie Hearn for defamation.
Which is, it's warranted.
It's warranted. Yeah.
Don't slander.
Yeah. So he's been very I'm gonna say this go round for his fight that he's promoting against damn, what's his name? I can't remember. The guy he's fighting. Somebody in the chat.
He's a UFC.
Yes.
Anderson Silva.
Yeah, Anderson Silva. Yes. So he's been very
Anderson Silva.
laid back than he's ever been like promoting fights, and I think this lawsuit has something to do with it. He can't really talk shit the way he wants to because he goes off the rails, you know. So I'm not gonna say I'm mad that he's getting sued for defamation, because you can't just be on the internet saying anything you want about people and it's not factual information. So
you got to be careful, especially when someone has some power and money. Like, you can't really just say whatever you want.
But you know what?
Anyway.
Also, is the fact that Eddie Hearn and Matt, I mean, they're established.
Yeah.
You know, they've been in the game. It's not like they just popped up overnight, like whatever ELK Prime or whatever, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, we doubt them. No, they're established and they have a reputation. And I think he's going to lose that one. He's going to lose it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, I saw Big Surge. I love him. He's a cut man. He also, coaches and I saw they said, Silva's ready. Like, they were on their way out. Like, let's go. Very confident.
I saw a clip. I saw a clip of Silva saying that he got knocked out twice in sparring for this fight. So I don't know.
I saw that too.
So did he say it himself, or is that the rumor?
No, he said that himself.
Okay, but Christine, sometimes your corner people are gonna vouch for you and they're gonna stick to your side no matter what and be like,
oh, for sure, always. I've done it always. Yeah. But then I also know that if I'm gonna get on social media with a video and say that I've been knocked out twice, I probably have not been knocked out twice.
So you don't? Maybe he's trying to. Maybe that's the art of war, deception of war. Like
maybe that's like the fallback in case he loses. Or
because I don't know why he would get
into Jake Paul's head and so he thinks he's gonna be easy, and then he's not gonna be easy. Like, there's so many pieces you can play. But
he's an older guy as well. So
no, he is. He is.
I don't know why he would say that though. Like, unless he's playing mind games, I don't know why you would tell somebody that you were knocked out twice.
D-Style said supposedly he meant knocked down. That there's like a language
because it's Brazilian, barrier. Right? Okay, so knock down. I mean, okay, knock down is better, but still, you're gonna knock down. And you're going into this younger fighter that's trying to make a name and do the most against, athletes, because he's not a boxer. He's an athlete, but he's not a boxer. So, whatever.
That's true. Hey guys, so if y'all like the content, please smash the like button, subscribe, share. We love spending our Wednesdays with y'all, talking boxing. So give us some love. Give us some love. For sure.
And definitely. Stay tuned, because next Wednesday we have a really good show.
Yes.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Oh, right.
You put yourself on the spot.
To collaborate. So yeah, next Wednesday, I mean, my girls know this, and the people who do know me, I've been around boxing since I was pretty young. I was one of the first amateurs here in San Diego. So I have a love-hate relationship with the sport, and there's things I've gone through in the sport that I'm definitely ready to talk about and I want to talk about, and we'll be having that conversation next week with pictures too.
Yes. Excited. We're excited.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the chat didn't know that you actually boxed. So this will be very interesting for people to know your story.
I did. I grew up around legends. I grew up watching, obviously, Eric Morales in the same gym, Chavez, Senior, Travieso, Margarito. Like, I grew up around some great fighters, which is why I have such a high standard on when I become a fan of a fighter. So
absolutely. No doubt.
Yeah, it makes sense.
No doubt. Absolutely. So y'all have to tune in next week, because it's going to be a very special episode. It's going to be us three, and so Esme's going to be dropping a lot of facts, a lot of knowledge, and it's definitely one to tune in for. So
Kleenex near you.
yeah, for sure. Definitely the Kleenex. So last words, Micah, last words, girl.
Well, it's Wednesday and I haven't been really arguing with people and stuff like that much, but people are very emotional this week with all the Bud and Spence information and this BLK Prime. So I just want everybody to just take a chill pill.
Yeah.
It's not that serious. Like, we do not need to get out of our bodies and start calling people bitches, like fighters bitches and all this other stuff. It's not that serious. So that's my advice, and my word for the week is take a chill pill.
Well, and 100%, the people that call these fighters bitches, they have never been in the ring. They've never been punched in the face. They've never done the workout. They never had the weight cut. They never did what these guys have done. So when they do that, it's just like, really, you hold nothing, like nothing, no, nothing.
It's
Like,
it's disgusting to me, actually. So
it really is. It really is. So we have to respect our warriors no matter what. And whatever they decide to do is for the best for their family, for their situation. And who can't respect that? We're all going to make the best decisions for our family. So shut the up. Just saying. But
yeah, so
thank you all.
tomorrow on the roundtable will be, you guys can tune in on D Style Boxing's page. Is
Yes.
tomorrow at my time, it would be 10 p.m. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
It's for me it's 7 Central.
Oh, okay, no, so 8 p.m. Sorry, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry.
8 p.m. Eastern. Yes,
My bad.
absolutely. Yes, we'll be on D Style Roundtable. So please tune into that. It's going to be a good show. Absolutely. And thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thanks to my girls always. Thank you to Jiffy Morales. We wish her the best. She is honestly, like I said, I look up to her. She does amazing things.
I wonder
She's a
if you can
strong
find out
female.
where her fight's gonna be aired, because I wanna check her out.
Yeah, as soon
Probably
as I
on
find out, I'll
Facebook.
post it. I know
Yeah, it
she's in
might be.
Colombia, but we will find out where. Probably Facebook, if anything. So
Or
God
find the
willing, it's gonna be.
promoter, what promotion company it is.
You know, I don't know. I know that it's let me see. Hold on. I did know that. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Oh my gosh, I had written it down. I'm gonna have to post it.
Yeah, no, when we find out, we'll just
Yeah,
repost the
we're definitely
information.
gonna post it.
We'll
Yeah,
repost
for
the
sure.
information for her. So
Yeah,
I would definitely like to tune into it.
So watch our pages so we can all watch and support. But thank you, ladies, so much. Love y'all. Have a good night.
Have
Thanks
a
to
good
everybody in the
night,
chat.
everybody.
We'll see y'all next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.